Boom! Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have another OU match against Ian, I think. Somebody using the same universal code as I am. So we have typical OU team over there. Blissey, Mama Swine, Mance, Zoomeril, Lucario, and Washing Machine Rotom. The team's fairly threatening. I'll just lead off with Spext Porygon Z and see how this one pans out for us. So there's Ian. We'll get ready and jump straight into this one. So Ian leads off with Mama Swine. Typical lead Mama Swine. Probably Focus Sash with rocks and priority. So we're just gonna smash this thing in the face with a Spext Tri Attack and get as much damage as we can. Bring him right down to his Focus Sash as he does what we expected, setting up rocks. And we'll just finish this thing off with another Tri Attack. I feel like most people think that this thing is not max speed also. But anyways, he goes for the Ice Shard and we just take him out with the Tri Attack, giving up his Swine very early, taking the lead, bringing it down to 6-5. So in comes his Lucario now. I had a feeling that this thing was going to set up, but I have unaware Quacksir in the back, and as long as this thing is not nasty plot, we're gonna hit this thing and then run away. So we do a nice chunk of damage with our Tri Attack, as my opponent does go for the Swords Dance. Better Swords Dance than Nasty Plot, because then we would have been in trouble. And we're just gonna run back out into Quacksir and see if we can deal with that thing. So yeah, in comes our Quacksir, as my opponent is now going to go for either Mach Punch or Extreme Speed, most likely Extreme Speed. And there he does go for the Extreme Speed, doing barely nothing. That's just like a scratch. Barely a scratch, barely an inconvenience. So we recover a little bit with our leftovers, and we're just gonna go straight for the waterfall and take this thing out. Can't make no jokes with this thing. This thing could literally tear a hole in our team, especially after rocks. So there Quacksir goes, getting a kill, taking Lucario up the river. We ain't gonna see that Lucario again. And we increase the lead to 6-4. There goes Quacksir, recovering a bit of health with his leftovers. Nom nom nom. And see what our opponent decides to bring in here now. So in comes the Mance. So I could have probably switched here, but just in case, I'm gonna recover. And our opponent does go straight for the Dragon Claw and takes us out. Gets the +1 via Moxie Boost. But we really don't have a worry about this thing. I could go straight Fortress, soak up a hit, and get rid of these hazards and then deal with that thing accordingly. So out comes our Fortress as we take a bit of rocks damage. And we're gonna go straight for Rapid Spin as my opponent withdraws and brings in his Rotom. So in comes the Washing Machine as we go for the Rapid Spin, getting rid of these rocks. We got a +1 speed boost, an unnecessary speed boost, but hey, we'll take it anyways. It's not like it's gonna help, so we're gonna go straight for the light screen, get up screens that should help us with some damage. And there goes Fortress, dancing around these Hydro Pumps. Gets up my screen, and then we shall just Volt Switch and get out of here. So back to Sturdy. Sturdy is reactivated here again, as my opponent now goes for another Hydro Pump. At least this one connects, doing a good maybe 30%, leads me to believe that that thing was probably Spext. because I'm maxed with a fortress with a light screen up, so that thing has to be Spext. So I'll bring in my power gun here, and this should easily dispatch this thing, because that thing has to be Spext. So here we go, and yes, we are faster. So we do take this thing out with another Spext adaptability tri-attack. This thing is actually very powerful. So in comes a zoom reel now, and we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to hit it and see what my opponent decides to do, just in case he would have went belly drum. So my opponent does go for an Aquajet, get some damage off on us, and we come in doing at least 90% damage, and he recovers with his citrus berry. So I could probably sack fortress here and save the Porygon, but probably just leave it and then bring in Breloom and deal with that thing. So yeah, let's just leave the Porygon in, and then we can later bring in Breloom and deal with that thing. So we're just gonna sack this till another Aquajet, and down goes our Porygon. Bring the score down to 4-3 now, and there goes our light screen. So now in comes our Breloom. We shall bring in this Breloom now and see what we can do. We'll probably just take this thing out with a bullet seed, but we're going to spore him just in case. We go for the spore just in case he might have decided to switch in order to give somebody else the sleep and bring back in the mens on us. So we're just gonna now kill it. Nah, not even gonna set up, just kill it and keep our sash active and sleep whatever else he brings in. So in comes the mens again. I guess it's just this and his Blissey alive. We haven't even seen the Blissey for the battle. So yeah, let's just spore, sleep this thing, and then set up and deal with it. That's the best plan of action. Damn, so my man's has substitute. Ouch. So now this is definitely trouble for us. The most we could probably do is just bullet seed may not take out the sub, so we might as well just swords dance and then see how much damage we can do, and we can take it out with priority on Dragonite or Entei. So yeah, let's just swords dance as my opponent goes for, he dragon dances. Okay, well I'm gonna dance too. So we get in our swords dance here. And from here, he better not get greedy, because if he gets greedy, that's it. Because Breloom is a monster. This thing, if this thing gets +2 on you, you're in trouble. And that's just +2. So we're gonna go straight for the Mach Punch, taking out his sub. Yes, the sub fades. So there goes his sub. And he goes for another Dragon Dance. So now he's putting himself in problems. So let's see what happens here now. We're gonna go straight for another Mach Punch and see how much damage we can do to this thing. Hopefully enough to take it out. Okay, it's a clean 2-hit kill now. So no matter what he does, we won the 1v1. Because he's bringing us down to Sash, and we have just enough power to take this thing out. Resisted. 2-hit kill. Look at that. Clean damage. This is why Breloom is such a monster. Technician Breloom, oh my gosh. So there, down goes the mens, in comes the Blissey. This thing has no chance either, and we shall take that thing out too. And there, that's the match. That's the match right there. That's the power of Breloom, people. It's a serious threat. But yeah, good game to my opponent, and I'll see you guys around for another episode. Later.